What are you holding on to?
Yeah.
All right, now go.
Okay. T-Bone's Hotspot. The place to be, and nobody's there.
Hey!
Well, you guys are here. That's cool.
Yeah, we're important people.
I'd like to share an experience with you that I had just last week. I went to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was probably one of the most depressing things I've ever been a part of, because I've never even been there as a kid, so I didn't even have that experience.
You're lucky.
Yeah, well, not last Tuesday I wasn't. My stepdaughter is part of a ballet class, and one of the kids had a birthday party there. So I ended up there. I wasn't even aware of it until the day of, so I wasn't even prepared for it. I get there, and of course, there's a bunch of screaming children, which is that'll get you out of bed in the morning. But it was the people that worked there that I kind of was just concerned about, especially the guy who did the Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad. It was the guy who was doing the Chuck E. Cheese, because you got that little thing that says, "Oh, Chuck E. Cheese will be out here in 5 minutes. We're gonna start the show and the laugh track and everything going on." And he comes out, he's waving at everybody. Not even the kids are paying attention to him. That's what you're there for. And he wasn't getting anything. He kind of walked out waving, and everybody just kind of like playing a video game, and they just kind of looked over at him for a second, and went right back to what they were doing. Chuck E. Cheese don't mean shit anymore. Most of the employees looked like they just came out of a drug rehab place. That was great. I think the woman who greeted us at the door had all 5 teeth. I think she might have put a couple of them in. Just dead, you know.
Former Waffle House employee.
Maybe a current one, I'm not sure, you know, they probably go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you're looking around, I'm looking around at the parents, and they're paying no attention to their children. The slogan for Chuck E. Cheese is, Chuck E. Cheese is a great place to be a kid. And they forgot the part where the parents need medication to be there. God, speaking of medication, I'm up pretty late at night, and I do see a lot more commercials that come on during the day about these FDA-approved drugs, and I listen to the side effects. They end up being worse than what you had in the first place. Suffering from asthma? Take our FDA-approved product, but expect side effects of nausea, dry mouth, diarrhea, sudden long-term coma, and possible death.
It's true.
And that's for asthma. I'll just get an inhaler, thanks. Growing up as Jehovah's Witness, yeah, don't ask me not to. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. He asked me not to bash on the gays, and I come up here with this shit.
Oh, I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
Yeah, right. I'm just a fan of the gay man. Come on.
Comedy.
Yeah, comedy. I'll let the whole Jehovah's Witness thing sink in for a second. I've probably been at your door, hungover. I was hungover, not you. No, it's just. Now that I have kids, I mean, I've been celebrating Christmas for a while, because, I mean, I left the kids, I was going to say a long time ago, because it's old and stupid. But I'm trying to take advantage of people's givingness for Christmas. I'm trying to give them my kids. They say it's the greatest gift that you can get. I'm trying to be generous here. People aren't as generous as I thought they were going to be. I mean, just once, I just want the pleasure of stuffing my kid's head in a box and not get arrested. Children are great if you can give them back, but they're stuck in the fucking house. Everything's exciting to a child. Daddy, 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 daddy. What? You. And that's exciting to them, and it's boring, and it's annoying. But, I mean, their natural reaction to things, when you tell them no, they start screaming, and they throw themselves on the ground, they start jumping up and down, and they, no, I want it. No, that's a natural reaction for them. When did that become inappropriate? What age? there are times I would love to just throw myself on the ground until I get what I want.
You probably did when you were younger.
I did when I was younger, but when I do it now, I'm drunk in public. Bartender cuts me off. What the fuck does he expect me to do? I can't stand in the first place. Of course I'm gonna drive. Yeah, children are fun. Like I said, if you can give them back. But you know, I do have two stepkids, 9 and 7. So I was technically a dad before I was a dad. They're hell of negotiators.
Wait till they're teenagers.
Oh, that's already started, dude. Chemicals they put in their food have not only altered their body, because there are 15-year-olds out there who look like they're 25. It's not fair.
No.
But it's also altered their brain. They negotiate with me. I tell them to clean their room, and I'm about as big as my dad was. And when my dad told me to clean my room, I got up and cleaned my room.
Mm-hmm.
My 9-year-old the other day says, "Can I have a cookie first?" My fist stopped right in his face. I said, "You can't negotiate with me. I'm an adult. I'm almost 30. You can't do this to me." So the next couple minutes, he's eating a couple of cookies, and I'm cleaning up the mess I wanted to clean up in the first place. Stupid. Ridiculous. Work in a restaurant. Done so for 12 years. And that's great for a comedian, but it's not great for anybody else. So I work on Siesta Key, which I get a mixture of the guys who have taken steroids since age 17 and forgotten what sleeves look like. And they all drink Fireball.
Yeah.
Fireball. Which whiskey.
Oh.
But it's like cinnamon, the atomic Fireball thing we had as kids.
Oh, okay.
But now they're adding whiskey to it. So the guy comes in, he hasn't had a neck for quite a while. I mean, this is about my best impression I can do. Listen, he announces it as loud as he possibly can. Hey, I want 2 shots of Fireball. Yeah, I'm doing Fireball. Anybody else? Anybody else hear me? Hey, 12-year-old kid. Hey, I'm doing Fireball. Check this out. Mwah. These people are seriously, it happens.
Yeah.
If you ever get a job at my place, you'll see. And it's just like, you are a part of society. Like, act like you've seen the light of day for once. And you know, it's just like they're expecting everybody to be impressed by the fact that they've been drinking liquor since noon, and now they can't even itch their own ass. The other ones are, I get all kinds of people, but rich white women, fuck you, you're the worst. I've been shopping all day and I want to order now.
Oh
What can I get you? I don't know.
my
And they make you stand there until they figure out that they want the same fucking salad they had last week. But then they ask me the dumbest questions too. That mozzarella and tomato salad, is that the one with the tomatoes and cheese? And they think they're smarter than me. Hey, anybody here, are you aware of what brisket is? Brisket, meat, yes, nice meat.
Yeah.
Beautiful, gorgeous. When it's cooked right, it is a wonderful, delicious delicacy. There is my item on the menu that the place where I work at is called the brisket quesadilla, and the lady ordered, and I dropped it off to her, and I come back, and she got mad at me. Why did she get mad at me? Because I forgot to tell her there was meat in it. I make money off of these people. I rely on these people to make sure that I can buy stocks next month. But what I wanted to say, as opposed to what I could say, is something completely different. I said to her, "I'm sorry, but we're out of our vegetarian brisket this evening." What I wanted to say is, "You're stupid. Go back in your Lamborghini and go home." I haven't always been a server. I have bartended quite a bit. Well, 5 years. 5 years experience doing that. I'm 12. And most of the bars that I work at, that the drafts are right here. every draft. There's 25 of them generally, between 10 and 25 of them. There's the gentleman who sits right in front of me. What do you have on draft? And I got this question so many times, and I just got so sick of it. And instead of insulting them with words, I just turned around and went, I don't know. Because that is the best reaction you can give to people. Is when they ask a dumb question, you say, I don't know. Wish I could tell you.
Hey, what's the deal with Red Bull and liquor?
Oh, that's a lovely combination. The aforementioned person that I was telling you about will drink after the shot fireball. He drinks vodka and Red Bull, so he's not only is he drinking stuff with sugar in it, which just has liquor in it to begin with.
Whiskey.
Now he's mixing liquor and more sugar. Cups are cold most of the time.
Isn't that like speed?
You add that to steroids. There's country music on and he's fist bumping. Let's just say something about this guy. I'm gonna fist bump my arm falls off.
Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than later. Things kind of piss me off. I mean, not old, not at all old, but I've been around people enough to know that they piss me off. Like just things in general just don't make any sense. Like things that are useless. Like I mean, I don't have a car, so I do take the bus a lot. It's hard for me to admit that. 29 years old, I don't have a car. However, I do get on the bus, and I notice a lot of things. Because doing this, being in the service industry, you have to notice things that other people don't. The thing I see is no pets allowed except for service animals. People with blind people. Who reads it to them? Part 1's for yes. Part 2 for no. I have a friend of mine who is disabled, can't walk, been in a wheelchair since he was very young. Recently was able to buy a wheelchair that was more electronic. Battery operated. When his battery gets low, there's a red light that comes on, draining the rest of his battery.
And that's the truth.
It unfortunately is. I'm not lying about anything I'm saying. This is all this is true shit. Why do they put a lock on 24-hour 7-Elevens? They never close. Why put a lock? Just dumb things that kind of entertain me. I'm going to tell you guys a story. You guys seem pretty open-minded. That I have never spoken in public because I'm worried about people's reactions to it. I'm going to set it up a little bit because I don't think I can just say this off rip because you guys will throw shit. My daughter was going through her teething stage. Let me let you know a little something about my daughter. She's got my genes, which are German, Irish, Cherokee Indian. Stop. My girlfriend, our mom, born on an Indian reservation. She's 3/4 Choctaw Indian, 1/4 black. So this child not only has German, Irish, 2 types of Indian, and 1/4 black. Stubborn. She was screaming at the top of her lungs. Nothing was working. I had marijuana. Don't judge me.
No.
Unless you have had a child screaming at the top of their lungs at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're fucking with your buzz, anything can happen. I packed it. I took a hit. Wait for it.
You're gonna.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Give me something. I knew it.
This is her reaction.
Immediate.
She slept with him the next day.
Oh, man. No, baby.
And the thing is, people will judge me based on that. This child is 2.5 years old. She's got my brain. She's 2.5 years old and count to 10 in Spanish, Portuguese, and German. Not yet potty trained.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that would have done. It worked for that evening. You will do things off the seat of your pants that you would never do. Give her a shot. Shut up. Man.
It's your parents' revenge.
You used to rub whiskey on the kids.
Right. And that was acceptable.
Yes.
Whiskey on the gums was acceptable.
Yeah.
You spank them nowadays, you're with Al-Qaeda, pretty much. You might as well be somebody who's with Al-Qaeda.
Use Benadryl. It's legal.
Legal. Did I not tell you about FDA-approved drugs? All of a sudden, my child is nauseous and has diarrhea, but their gums are just fine.
Yeah.
I was asked not to bash gays earlier, and I don't do that. I love gay people. They're the most brutally honest people I think I've ever met in my life, and I can really appreciate that. I would be gay except for the gay sex part. Because my girlfriend will nag me until I do something, and then she misinterprets everything I say. I'm going to go walk the dog. I'll be right back. What do you mean you're going to a titty bar? That's just a little bit of what she misinterprets. Just a little bit. I mean, it's a whole wide variety. Like I read the book, Men Are From Venus, Women Are From Mars, or whatever the fuck it is, and whatever. And the thing is, what I learned is we're from different planets. There is no other way. With another man, you say something, and it's interpreted the way you said it. That sounds awesome, but it just doesn't happen. Happily married. Right, T-Bone? Oxymoron. That's about as far as I'm willing to go on that because I don't. No, not the whole set. Keep your.
No, I'm going with the happily married oxymoron.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just, I don't want to offend anybody because a lot of times my words can be misinterpreted. But I do watch a lot of news, and this is a little bit of old news, but it still gets me. The government lost a plane. They lost the plane. I get raked over the coals if I lose car keys. They lost a 747 with 180 people on it, and they don't know where it was. Isn't that your job to know where the fuck your plane is?
Yeah.
We don't know where it went. It went up in the sky. It came down, and I don't know where it went. Why people are more outraged at this, I'm baffled. Recent news. I've been watching the World Cup because I don't watch soccer any other time of the year. There was a match between Uruguay and Italy, where one of the Uruguayan players bit an Italian player on the shoulder. And it wasn't the first time he's done it. I wish I had a joke for that. This motherfucker has bit people more than once on field, on camera, and he's still playing. Pull his teeth! Get him a brace! Allow somebody to just stand still and punch him in the head as hard as you can. Something, because there's nothing. I discipline my children so they won't do stuff. My dad made sure that I held a jalapeno to make sure I quit picking my nose.
Oh,
and it worked. This man's 35 years old. He bit a guy because he was too close to him. He wasn't even part of the play. He just bit him. And he's trying to show the referee, there's bite marks here, and there's another player going, pull your shirt up. He's literally taking his shirt and pulling it back over his shoulder. Notice there's no jokes in this. This is all real. This shit is real. There's a guy out there who's just a serial biter. A serial biter. Evander Holyfield tweeted apparently later in the night, apparently every body part is available for biting during the match.
Mike Tyson liked that to do that.
That's what I'm saying. You did that the other day. Hold it to him.
Yeah. I mean,
He's one of the guys here.
yeah.
Tend to forget
Mouth
about the other guy.
Something.
Yeah, tend to forget about the other guy.
Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Get one of those masks.
That will do the trick.
That would be one of the best PR press things of all time.
Yeah.
This guy won't quit biting people, so we just put a mask on.
Imagine.
He can't see shit, but he ain't biting people either. Oh, that's no big deal, man. Apparently, it's no big deal because he only got suspended for like 1 day. People's priorities are out of whack a little bit. Something else that I heard a long time ago, but it still bugs me. This guy was breaking into somebody's house, fell through an air duct, cut their leg on a steak knife on the counter, sued and won.
What?
Sued and won.
I hear about this.
Got like $10,000 out of it or something. I never understood why. I never got why. Negligence?
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, but like I didn't recall that being any part of any insurance policy that put all your sharp shit away just in case somebody breaks in.
Yeah.
Like I said, things just started to really piss me off, you know, like what did I see on the news the other day? Draw a blank, 3 whiskeys will do that for you. Any weed smokers in the house?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Bullshit. You're getting awful snarky over there.
Oh.
What does snarky mean?
I don't want you to Google it. Possible. You know, maybe I'm stuck in the mid-90s a little too much. Everybody's always got some sort of electronic device. She hasn't taken her eye off it since
And
like
she's listening.
25 minutes. Yeah, everybody can double test.
Yeah. No.
What can I do on my computer? I can look on Facebook. I can look up porn. I can log out. That's it.
Oh, you can Google.
Oh, I can Google.
That's
I
how
can
Google.
Google the best of it. Shit, I'm left-handed. I can do shit with my right hand and do shit. But I was gonna tie that back into the story that I saw on the news the other day is that a guy broke into somebody's house, and while he was there, he logged on to Facebook
Yes, I saw.
and got caught because he didn't log out.
Oh, wow.
If I'm breaking into somebody's house, I'm worried about somebody coming out of their bathroom and shooting me in the fucking head, let alone sit down, look at, did he figure out the password and get on the computer first? Got onto Facebook. Did he check in? I wonder if he checked in. I wonder if he checked in.
Wow. Yeah, you mean
I'm
like
doubting a whole lot of friend
now?
requests in this area too. Like, I wonder if he sent the homeowners a friend request.
Oh, my
He
God.
got caught because they found him and he lives in the same neighborhood. Down the street.
Was his computer down? I mean, his service got cut? What happened?
No, he was robbing the house.
He was robbing a
Oh,
house.
and check.
Decided to take a break.
That's
Oh, I got
insane.
time. They're not going to wake up anytime soon.
Let me check my Facebook.
Oh, my
Yeah, let me check my
God.
Facebook. Let me check my Twitter and tell people what I'm doing first.
Dumb criminals. That should be on TV.
Dumb criminals. Like the guy who actually broke into a place and would have gotten away scot-free, except for he broke in with his business card and left it on the scene.
Oh, God.
I have ADD, and that shit, I mean, I feel really smart compared to these people.
Yeah.
I mean, just little things piss me off. That's why I end up talking to myself or I talk to other people. It mainly happens when I'm high, because I was talking about that. Stoner, I started talking about drugs and forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Weed, man. That saves me from a lot of trouble. I'm an angry person, generally. Can you hear me not notice? I'm using a microphone to get it out.
Release.
It's a release. Because if I'm not, I mean, it kind of slows things down for me. But I end up talking to myself in public a lot. You know, just being stoned, walking around, high as hell. And then I'm talking to myself a lot. People have called me out on it.
Yeah.
No, I won't, but I'm just practicing my jokes for you wonderful people. You're welcome. Who the hell are you talking to? I'm talking to you. Fuck off. You know, like. And then another thing I noticed is down here is I'm from Ohio originally. I used to walk around just talking to people, say hi, how are you? You say hi to somebody on the street now. Is he gonna kill me? Shit. The thing I've learned more things about than anything else is hallucinogens. That's right. I said it. What y'all gonna do about it? This is free. You know, acid. The first time I ever took acid. I'm gonna walk you through my experience. I was no longer a Jehovah's Witness. Okay.
Were you then?
No. I would have gone preaching at that point. That took about 3 days. It's the first time I've ever taken it. And downtown Sarasota is a great place to do it if you ever decide to do that. Probably not, but whatever. I end up back at my buddy's house. We walk around for a little bit. That part's a blur. And we get back to my buddy's house, and he's arguing with his girlfriend, which he can trip on acid and argue with his girlfriend. I'll argue with myself in a mirror for half an hour about why the hell I look like Johnny Depp. And there's headshots of all the Beatles on this guy's wall. Pretty solid decoration until they start talking to you loudly. And there's a poster of Jim Morrison from back in Woodstock, Da Vinci painting over here, big screen TV where we were playing Call of Duty until the shit hit. So all this is swirling around, it's big cocktail of shit going around me. I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. I get up, I walk outside, I sit down, and I stare at this guy's tree. And to this day, it's been the most wonderful experience of my life is staring at this guy's tree as it was breathing. And it breathed for 25 minutes until my buddy came out. And normally people would be freaking out, but not my brain. I'm sitting there just staring, and he goes, "What you doing, man?" And I'm like, "Just watching your tree breathe. What are you doing?" "I'm about to watch my tree breathe too." Like, this sounds awesome. I think I covered everything, right? Jehovah's Witness, kids, drugs, restaurants, more drugs, rest, government, stupid people. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Wow. Bunch of new stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very cool.
You're up, Tim.
Oh, I know. I did
Come on, Dave Chappelle. Get up.
I'm not good at speaking.
Oh, boy.
Out.
I'm glad you
Hold on one second.
Yeah, well, thank you, Eric, for your irreverent humor. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can say it, but I don't know what the hell it
I've never
means.
heard of it, Robert.
Irreverent.
Have you ever heard of it, Robert?
Reverent humor. Okay.
Thanks, America.
All right, well,
3%.
the guy
It's
that
like my.
did the comedy left, because I guess he didn't want to hear mine, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, it's old. It's
That's my comedy for tonight.
Oh, shit. It's long. I gotta get up at 6.
Yeah.
That is
South. King. South.
Where's the North Pole?
South King is what I got.
by Sarasota.
S-O, hang on, let me think.
What's the
About by the time I get shot, I can grab something.
South King and Fuego.
It's a half hour over there.
So too bad Zach took the remote.
Yeah, I never did it. No.
Huh?
He's funny.
He has his nights. Some nights he comes in angry, and that's
Oh,
what he
not
does.
the
Is this
cat.
angry
Well-
comic thing.
But Zach would
Okay.
give
I
it.
like when they allow the audience
What
to
up?
interact with it.
No, yeah, absolutely. That's the best part. Yeah, hit that.